If you suddenly wake up around 3 a.m. and your body immediately feels uncomfortable for no clear reason, like something feels off the second you become aware again, this may have nothing to do with stress at all. Because many adults over 60 experience this exact moment every night. A strange sensation appears before they can fully understand it. And what triggers it is far more hidden than most people realize. You feel exhausted when your head touches the pillow. Your eyes become heavy. Your breathing starts slowing down naturally. And for a brief moment, it feels like sleep is finally happening. But then suddenly, something changes inside the body. Your chest feels slightly tight, and your brain becomes alert again for no obvious reason. Sometimes your body wants to shift positions immediately. Sometimes one side of the bed suddenly feels uncomfortable. Sometimes your legs move before you even think about moving them. Almost like your body is reacting to something silently during the night. And the strange part is, most people never notice the pattern forming.
You've probably noticed this happening more often lately. Not every single night, but often enough that your body already expects it. You lie down, trying to get comfortable like usual. Then suddenly, a strange sensation begins building inside the body. Not sharp pain, not panic, just an uncomfortable feeling that quietly pulls you out of sleep again. Some nights, it feels like pressure in the chest. Other nights, it feels like tension trapped deep in the shoulder. Sometimes your neck refuses to fully relax against the pillow. Sometimes your breathing suddenly feels slightly uneven for no clear reason. And the strange part is how subtle everything feels at first. Nothing dramatic seems to happen, yet your body reacts as if something is wrong internally. And that reaction alone becomes enough to wake you up again. Many adults over 60 describe the exact same experience. They feel exhausted all day long. But the moment the body enters deeper sleep, something shifts. Their heart suddenly feels louder in the silence of the night.
Then something even stranger starts happening over time. The discomfort often disappears the second you change positions. You turn slightly to one side, you adjust your legs, you move your pillow a little higher, and for a brief moment, everything suddenly feels normal again. Your body relaxes until the exact same sensation quietly returns later in the night. Think about how many times your body moves while you sleep, how often your legs shift without permission, how many times your shoulders reposition themselves automatically, how your head keeps searching for a comfortable angle in the dark. Most people never even remember doing it, but the body keeps reacting anyway throughout the entire night, almost like it's constantly searching for a safer position to rest in. And this is where the pattern becomes impossible to ignore.
Because this may not be random restlessness at all. Your body may actually be responding to hidden signals during sleep. Signals connected to pressure, circulation, breathing, and nervous system alertness. Tiny changes your conscious mind never fully notices, but your body notices them immediately. And once those signals begin repeating night after night, the brain slowly starts expecting the discomfort before it even happens, which leads directly into something most people over 60 have never heard about. And this is exactly why sleep after 60 becomes so confusing. Because what helps one person sleep deeply can make someone else wake up feeling even worse. Some people feel immediate relief sleeping on their left side. Others suddenly feel pressure building in the chest doing the exact same thing. Some wake up overheated and restless for no obvious reason. Others feel perfectly fine until around 3 a.m. every single night. And this contradiction is what leaves so many people completely frustrated.
One person changes pillows and finally sleeps better for a week. Another spends hundreds of dollars on a new mattress with no real improvement. Some try white noise, hoping it will calm the brain at night. Others begin relying on melatonin just to fall asleep faster. And for a short time, some of these things seem to help slightly. But eventually, the strange awakenings begin returning again. The body keeps reacting during the night anyway. And most people have no idea why the cycle continues repeating itself. This is where the confusion quietly turns emotional. Because after enough sleepless nights, people stop trusting their own body. They begin wondering if aging simply ruined their sleep forever. They start expecting exhaustion before bedtime even begins. And the moment they wake up at 3 a.m. again, frustration instantly returns. Not because they are fully awake yet, but because their body already recognizes the pattern happening again. And that anticipation alone changes the entire night experience.
What makes this even stranger is how inconsistent everything feels. Some nights you sleep relatively fine without understanding why. Then the next night, the discomfort suddenly comes back stronger again. The same bed, the same room, the same routine before sleep. Yet your body reacts completely differently from one night to another. And this is where most explanations start falling apart. Because the issue may not actually begin with the mattress itself, or the pillow, or even the sleeping position alone. Those things may simply influence a much deeper internal reaction already happening. A reaction connected to how the body interprets comfort during sleep, how pressure shifts through the chest and nervous system overnight, and how certain signals quietly activate alertness without fully waking the mind. Most people never realize their body is monitoring these signals constantly.
And once the body starts expecting discomfort during the night, even small sensations can begin triggering stronger reactions automatically. The brain becomes lighter during sleep. The nervous system becomes easier to activate, and the body starts searching for relief before conscious awareness even returns. Which explains why so many adults over 60 keep shifting positions all night long. But what actually triggers this internal reaction in the first place is where the real story begins getting much deeper. I'm Dr. William Harris, a sleep specialist, and over the years, I began noticing the same strange pattern in adults over 60. Many of them described waking up at almost the exact same hours every night. Not because of noise, not because of stress, and not because they suddenly forgot how to sleep. Their bodies were reacting to something much more subtle during the night. Something most people never realize is happening to them at all. At first, many assumed it was simply part of getting older. Light sleep, aging, normal nighttime discomfort. But the more closely these patterns were observed, the less random they started to look. Certain sleeping positions triggered stronger reactions in specific people.
And those reactions became especially common during the early morning hours. Some patients described pressure building slowly in the chest overnight. Others explained feeling unusually alert the second they rolled a certain way. Some noticed their body relaxing briefly after changing positions, only for the discomfort to quietly return again later in the night. And once you start seeing this pattern clearly, you begin realizing the body may be responding to something much deeper internally, something connected to how the nervous system monitors safety during sleep. And this is where everything starts becoming much more interesting. Because this isn't random, and your body is not malfunctioning. In fact, what feels like bad sleep may actually be the body trying to protect itself. Most people assume sleep is a passive state where the brain simply shuts down. But during the night, the nervous system constantly scans the body for subtle changes. Pressure shifts, breathing rhythm.
Circulation changes and internal tension signals the brain quietly monitors all night long. The moment something feels slightly off internally, the body reacts automatically before conscious awareness even returns. Not emotionally, not intentionally, biologically. Your nervous system adjusts posture without asking permission. Your muscles activate slightly to reposition the body.
your brain shifts into lighter sleep to increase awareness again. And most people never realize this process is happening repeatedly throughout the night. What makes this even more surprising is that these reactions can begin long before someone fully wakes up. The body senses discomfort first, then the nervous system responds second, then the awakening happens afterward, which completely changes how fragmented sleep after 60 should be understood. Because the real issue may not be insomnia at all, and what's actually triggering these nighttime reactions goes far deeper than most people think.
What you're feeling is something I call a night mismatch, and it happens when your body and your sleeping position stop working together properly during the night. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly enough that most people never recognize the pattern forming. At first, the discomfort feels small and easy to ignore. A slight pressure somewhere in the chest or shoulder area. A subtle sensation that something inside the body no longer feels completely settled. For some people, it begins as tension on one side of the body. For others, it feels like their breathing becomes slightly off after lying still too long. Some describe a strange inner restlessness they cannot fully explain. Not pain, not panic, just an uncomfortable signal the body keeps noticing in the background. And the longer the body stays in that position overnight, the more aware the nervous system becomes of those subtle changes internally. This is where the body starts reacting automatically, because your nervous system constantly monitors comfort while you sleep. Pressure, circulation, breathing rhythm, muscle tension, even tiny shifts in posture that your conscious mind never notices. And when those signals stop feeling stable, the brain quietly changes its behavior.
At that point, your nervous system begins interpreting the position as potential discomfort. Not danger in the traditional sense, but enough internal imbalance to reduce deep relaxation. And when that happens, your body activates what I call a body flip signal, an internal response designed to make you reposition yourself during sleep, almost like the brain is trying to reset the body's comfort level again. And most people have no idea this reaction is happening repeatedly overnight. Sometimes the body flip signal is subtle. You simply turn over without fully waking up. Your legs move slightly under the blanket. Your shoulders reposition automatically against the mattress. Your head adjusts itself to a different angle on the pillow. But other times, the signal becomes strong enough to pull you into partial awareness. And suddenly, you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., staring into the dark again, without understanding what your body just reacted to internally. The strangest part is that many people never remember these reactions happening. They only remember waking up exhausted the next morning, feeling like they slept all night while somehow never fully resting, because the body kept interrupting deeper sleep cycles over and over again. And once the nervous system begins expecting this discomfort nightly, the reactions can start happening faster and more frequently, which explains why so many adults over 60 feel trapped in fragmented sleep patterns. But the body flip signal itself is only one part of what may actually be happening inside the body at night. Because a night mismatch does not feel the same for everyone, and that is exactly what makes it so difficult to recognize. Some adults over 60 experience it as pressure in the chest late at night. Others describe a strange heat spreading through the body while lying still. Some suddenly feel uncomfortable on one side for no obvious reason, and many wake up with the overwhelming urge to reposition themselves immediately, almost like the body refuses to remain relaxed for very long anymore. And most people never connect these experiences to the same hidden pattern.
For some people, the sensation feels almost identical to reflux, a strange pressure rising slowly after lying down too long. For others, breathing suddenly feels shallow or restricted during the night. Not dangerous enough to cause alarm, but uncomfortable enough for the brain to notice instantly.
Some people even describe subtle waves of panic appearing out of nowhere. Not emotional panic caused by thoughts, but physical alertness created silently inside the body itself. Others notice something even stranger happening over time. The body becomes incapable of staying fully still throughout the night. The legs move constantly beneath the blanket. The shoulders keep shifting against the mattress. The head searches endlessly for a comfortable position on the pillow. And even after finally settling down again, the body starts reacting all over a few minutes later, almost like the nervous system never fully enters deep relaxation anymore.
Think about how many times you've adjusted your position without realizing it. How often your body moves before your conscious mind even wakes up. Most people assume those movements mean nothing, but the nervous system rarely reacts without a reason. Your body constantly monitors circulation, pressure, breathing rhythm, and muscle tension during sleep. And when subtle discomfort begins building internally, the body tries correcting it automatically before you fully become aware of it, which explains why so many awakenings feel sudden and confusing. What makes this even more important after 60 is that the body becomes far more sensitive to these internal changes over time. Small discomforts that once went unnoticed may now trigger stronger nighttime reactions. The nervous system becomes lighter during sleep. Recovery becomes more fragile, and the body becomes quicker to interrupt deep sleep cycles automatically, which is why so many adults feel exhausted despite technically sleeping for hours. But this is only part of what's really happening during the night.
Because the real issue may begin even earlier than most people realize, long before the body shifts positions, long before the first awakening happens at 3 a.m., and possibly even before sleep begins in the first place. Something may already be influencing how the nervous system prepares for nighttime rest. Something connected to the body's internal comfort signals before you even close your eyes. And once those signals become disrupted, the entire sleep experience can begin changing in ways most people never expect. And the more people try forcing themselves to sleep, the more sensitive they become to every sensation happening inside the body. They begin monitoring every movement during the night. Every heartbeat suddenly feels louder in the silence. Every position starts feeling slightly uncomfortable after a few minutes. And once awareness increases like this, falling back asleep becomes harder than it used to be, because the nervous system never fully stops scanning the body for discomfort.
That's when the mental questions begin appearing night after night. Why can't I stay asleep anymore? What changed inside my body? Why do I wake up at the same time every night? Many adults over 60 quietly ask themselves these questions in the dark. Not out loud, but internally, while staring at the ceiling, waiting for sleep to return. And the longer this pattern continues, the more emotionally exhausting it becomes. The problem is that trying harder often makes the reaction stronger. People start overthinking every symptom before bed even begins. They anticipate waking up again at 3 a.m. They expect discomfort before lying down. And the nervous system notices that anticipation immediately. The body becomes lighter during sleep, more reactive to subtle pressure and internal tension signals overnight, which keeps feeding the cycle again and again.
Meanwhile, the body continues reacting automatically in the background. The nervous system stays slightly alert throughout the night. Deep sleep becomes easier to interrupt. The body shifts positions more frequently without conscious awareness. Small discomfort signals become amplified inside the brain during sleep cycles. And even when someone technically sleeps for several hours, their nervous system may never fully enter true restorative rest, which explains why mornings start feeling heavier over time. Most people only notice the consequences the next day. The mental fog that lingers through the morning. The strange fatigue that coffee never fully fixes.
the heavy feeling behind the eyes after waking up, the sensation that sleep happened, but recovery somehow did not. And after enough nights like this, many people start assuming aging itself is the problem. They believe exhaustion simply becomes normal after 60. But that may not be the real issue at all.
Because in many cases, the body is not failing. It may simply be trapped inside a repeated cycle of night mismatch and body flip signals. A cycle where the nervous system keeps reacting to subtle discomfort throughout the night, over and over again without fully shutting down. And once this pattern becomes deeply established, the body can begin expecting nighttime disruption before sleep even starts. Which raises an even bigger question most people never think to ask themselves. What is quietly making the nervous system so reactive at night in the first place? And this is exactly why some people started looking for ways to help their body calm this response naturally. Not by forcing themselves unconscious every night. Not by depending on heavy sedatives that leave them groggy the next morning. And not by trying to fight the body into sleeping again. Because many adults over 60 eventually realize something important. The body is not refusing sleep on purpose. It may simply be reacting too strongly to subtle nighttime discomfort signals. And once people understand that, the entire conversation around sleep begins changing.
Instead of trying to shut the brain down artificially, some people began focusing on helping the body feel more physically settled before sleep even begins, helping the nervous system feel safer overnight, helping the body reduce unnecessary nighttime alertness naturally. Because when the nervous system stays calmer during sleep, the body flip signal may become less intense and less frequent throughout the night, which allows deeper sleep cycles to continue longer without interruption. And this is the part many people over 60 had never heard explained before. Over time, some doctors and sleep specialists started noticing this pattern more closely, especially in adults struggling with fragmented sleep after 60. Many of them were not dealing with classic insomnia at all. Their bodies were simply staying too reactive during the night. So instead of focusing only on sedation, attention slowly shifted towards supporting nighttime nervous system balance more naturally, helping circulation, relaxation, and internal comfort signals remain more stable overnight. And for many people, that approach began making far more sense biologically.
Some nighttime support formulas were designed specifically around this idea, not to knock someone out, but to help the body stop overreacting to subtle discomfort while sleeping, especially during the early morning hours when awakenings become more common after 60. Many people described feeling physically calmer before bed. Others noticed fewer position changes throughout the night. Some simply reported waking up feeling less drained the next morning. And this growing interest is what led more people to start asking questions about it. Because once people heard about the connection between night mismatch and the body flip signal, they started looking for ways to support the body more naturally during sleep. Not extreme solutions, not miracle claims, just gentle nighttime support designed to help the nervous system settle more comfortably overnight. And because so many viewers kept asking which nighttime support was being discussed, there's more information available in the pinned comment below this video, especially for adults over 60 dealing with repeated nighttime awakenings.
But here's what's important to understand. The real goal is not sedation. It's not shutting the body down unnaturally. And it's not masking symptoms temporarily while the cycle continues underneath. The goal is helping the body stop reacting unnecessarily throughout the night, helping the nervous system remain calmer for longer periods of sleep. Because once the body stops expecting discomfort every night, something very surprising can begin happening naturally during sleep again. So if you've been waking up around 3 a.m., constantly shifting positions throughout the night, feeling like your body never fully settles into deep rest anymore, this may not be your fault at all. Because for many adults over 60, the body is not failing during sleep.
It may simply be responding to signals it interprets as physical discomfort overnight. Signals subtle enough to go unnoticed consciously, but strong enough for the nervous system to react to automatically. That is why the body flip signal happens. Not because your body is broken, not because you suddenly forgot how to sleep, and not because your brain wants to keep you awake on purpose. The body may actually be trying to protect itself while you sleep, adjusting posture, increasing alertness slightly, trying to reduce internal discomfort before it becomes stronger.
Once people understand this pattern, many of the strange nighttime awakenings finally start making sense every night. The sudden urge to move in bed, the pressure that disappears after changing positions, the random awakenings that happen at almost the same hour every night, the feeling that sleep becomes lighter after the early morning hours begin, even the strange exhaustion that remains after technically sleeping for several hours. All of it may be connected more deeply than most people realize. And this changes how many adults begin thinking about sleep after 60 entirely. Instead of blaming themselves constantly, they begin realizing the body may have been reacting biologically all along, not emotionally, not irrationally, not weakly, but through automatic nervous system responses designed to maintain internal comfort overnight. And once that idea clicks mentally, the entire experience starts feeling less frightening.
Because the truth is, most people were never taught how reactive the body can become during sleep with age. They hear about insomnia, stress, anxiety, poor sleep habits, but very few people ever hear about the connection between nighttime body discomfort and repeated awakenings, which is why so many adults spend years confused by symptoms that seem random. But what actually causes a night mismatch in the first place, and why the body flip signal becomes dramatically more common after 60, may have far less to do with sleep itself than most people think. Because something else inside the body quietly changes over time during aging. Something connected to nighttime circulation, pressure sensitivity, and nervous system stability. And once those internal changes begin affecting the body during sleep, the entire nighttime experience can start shifting in ways most people never expect, which is exactly where this conversation becomes even more surprising.